convincing triangle pattern. Okay, sure, I can do that. When you're presented with the search, you have the opportunity to go to New Search, and you can select either by a group that you want to search for. For example, you can search for commodities, you can search by exchange, you can search by different markets. Okay, if you want to, I'll show you how to do it with an individual symbol. If you go to Euro, if you just type in EUR, you're going to get a drop-down menu that's going to show you several types of markets. So if we select, for example, Euro Japanese Yen, and we add that to our search, okay, we can search for, I'll title it Euro Japanese Yen intraday. I can go to my advanced search, and what I can do here is I can select my pattern length. Okay, I can control this if I want to. I can also set minimum trend to say, as I said before, a 6 if I want to search for patterns that are 6 or better. Okay, then what I want to do is leave on my non-trending patterns, my ascending, descending, and triangle patterns, and I want to take off all these other trending patterns. Again, what we're searching for here is a triangle chart pattern. Okay, as I come down here, I'll even throw in pennant because that is considered a non-trending pattern. So when I create my search, what I'm basically looking for are non-trending triangle patterns that have initial trends of 6 or better. Okay, from a completed pattern standpoint, it doesn't look like there are any for today, but from a setup of a emerging pattern, you can see that using a situation where I had a 6-bar initial trend, this actually showed me a maximum 9-bar initial trend. This is considered a solid trend. The market compressed and it broke out to the downside. So what I may have to do here for this chart to search better is to go to my filters and see that 6 may have been too high of a parameter to set. Okay, so I can drop this down to 2 if I want to, and what I'll get is a bigger universe to search for. And it's searching out my patterns right now. Alright, so you can see that on the Euro Japanese Yen, as of this morning, I've had a 30-minute descending triangle take place. Actually, a pair of them there. Okay, so in this case, what I had to do is, it wasn't the initial trend that had the influence on the market. It looks like it was the breakout. Okay, the market was not that sensitive to the initial trend. It was more sensitive to the pattern. Okay, so here's where you have a triangle formation and a breakout to the downside, and a fairly strong breakout too. Okay, so I hope that answers your question there. You want to just go in and you want to filter for triangles, and then you want to work with and study and experiment with the different settings for initial trend and breakout. That's the best way to find the types of setups that you're looking for. Alright, let's see what we have here. Another question that came up here. If the shaded box is where you enter a trade, then it is not too far away from where it is broken out, meaning that if you wait that long, that situation may have changed and miss a trade. The shaded box represents a suggested profit target based on the analysis of the formation. Okay, if you wait, and as you said, if you do wait until the market is inside a box, obviously, to put a trade on, then you run the risk of the market reversing back up. That's why you want to wait for these alerts. When you see a market setting up, and you can see it usually in an emerging pattern, okay, if you see a market setting up, then that's going to alert you that you should watch that market, especially when it comes to triangles. In an emerging pattern, in this side of the equation, you're not going to see a gray box anywhere because the market hasn't done anything. Okay, then once it starts to break out, all right, as soon as you get the breakout, then the target appears. If you feel the chart's too close, for your risk-reward parameters. If the target's too close, then obviously you may want to pass on that particular trade. So if you're the type of trader that waits for confirmation after confirmation after confirmation, then eventually what happens is the market's pretty smart. The market rewards those who can read the chart fast enough, okay? Because let's face it, when it breaks out, you have to find an exit. I usually try to find an exit first, like where am I going to get out if I'm wrong, okay? So once I get a breakout here, I may pick a stop above this high bar, above the high of this bar as my out. All right. If you wait for another bar down, that stop's not going to go away, but it's going to get more expensive to trade. So the more of the story that the market reveals, obviously the more expensive it's going to get because it's starting to look more and more like a sure thing. So that's why it's a game of risk. If you can assume if you can make a quick decision and use Autochartist to help you make that quick decision. If you can see that the market's breaking a support or resistance and you have your parameters in mind ahead of time, then you can get the payoff before those who continue to wait. So obviously you don't want to wait too long, and because the closer it gets to this box, the more likely it is to reverse the other way. So that's why you want to set these things up so that you're more reactive to the market. All right, is there only 4 trending patterns? Well, when you think about it, you only have you have the channels, which are up or down, and you have your wedges, which are up or down wedges. So that's 4 right there. You can treat the flag pattern. The flag pattern is a 5th one. Okay, that's a trending pattern, and certain inverse head and shoulders and certain head and shoulders patterns are also considered to be trending patterns, okay, because those types of patterns will often become can often become trending patterns. Although when you look at them, sometimes they look like they're sideways. So when you get head and shoulders patterns that show diagonals, then those tend to be more patterns that are trending. So when you're looking at a head and shoulders, so I would say 5 wedges, channels, and flags. So yes, those are the patterns. Okay, see if we have any other questions here.
Hi, James.
Yes.
Hi, Jim.
Yes.
Yvette here. I think we're going to maybe end the questions session right there.
Okay.
If we didn't get to answer your questions, please feel free to pop us an email. It's techsupport@autochartist.com. James, thanks very much for a wonderful session again today. I know we're going to see you back here next week, and you're going to be talking about Fibonacci patterns. Is that right?
That's correct, Vet. Yes. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around.
Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Right, bye-bye.